So you want to make money outside the 9 to 5, where you're going to need attention to do it. And in today's age, the king of attention is social media. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. In this video, I'm going to go over one of my largest failures in social media and how you can avoid this mistake while you're growing your income outside the 9 to 5. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining. So, what happened? What happened is my Facebook account, my Instagram account, and SoHeart's Facebook account have all been deactivated. Shaken up would probably be the wrong terms, but I did not like it. So what? Does this really matter? Of course it does. It matters because Facebook is actually where my largest audience was. I had so many connections built up, so many friends built up over the years in Facebook that getting my account deactivated cut off so many people. So many different people had access to me through Facebook, and that line was just severed. So needless to say, it was pretty big for the Lamar V. Woods accounts. It's pretty big for what Lamar V. Woods was doing online, because I was able to promote my videos there. I was able to promote SoHeart there. I was able to promote just about everything I did through Facebook. So now the question is, what exactly does that mean for SoHeart? That account had about 400 to 500 likes. It was massive to our traffic. The traffic on our site was primarily coming from Facebook. The traffic on our shop. Check out SoHeart.shop if you haven't, and get your own SoHeart apparel today. Now, aside from that, most of the traffic to our shop was coming from Facebook. And so now the deactivation of my personal account, my Instagram account, and my SoHeart Facebook account has crushed 3 of my largest traffic sources for my business. Another point on losing Facebook, not only are all of the connections that I've built up over the years inside of Facebook, but a lot of my family's there. So essentially I've lost connection to most of my family, at least through social media. That includes my dad and my older brother, who actually is the one who inspired me to create SoHeart. His struggles with addiction gave me the inspiration for SoHeart. And now he can't see what SoHeart's doing, at least through Facebook. So it's a bit. So I would say it doesn't feel that good. It definitely doesn't. Now your question must be, why? Why exactly would Facebook delete my account? I'm not doing anything crazy out here. I'm definitely not abusing anybody on the service. I'm definitely not throwing out any hateful language, talking about anything violent. It's just not me. I definitely do not have, some would call me a bad boy. You know, some would, some might. Almost nobody does, but some people probably do call me a bad boy. Facebook does, for sure. But anyway, so why was I deactivated on Facebook? Truth is, I'm not really sure. I do have a good guess, I think, but I'm not 100% certain. My guess is the series premiere of OBAAT, One Beat at a Time. In that video, in the series premiere, which I will link in the info card above, in this series premiere, I essentially go on Facebook, go into a recovery focused organization, and then attempt to get a sponsor to come onto the platform and help someone who's struggling with addiction. And in my attempt to do that, I essentially just start messaging people that are in the group. Now, I'm looking through the terms of service. I'm looking through Facebook's terms of service very, very critically, so I can find what my issue was, what got me deactivated. There is a line in Facebook's terms that say that you're not allowed to target any specific group on Facebook, which is a bit odd because that's exactly how they make all of their money, by allowing organizations to pay them to target specific groups of people. But I think that what they're saying is, unless you're doing it in an ad-supported way, unless you're using Facebook ads to target specific groups of people, you're not allowed to go out and just outreach or just target people one-on-one, which is exactly what I did. So that is what I believe got me deactivated. And it's a lesson in what not to do. So, getting to the value for you. You want to build income outside the 9-to-5, and you are going to need social media to get your message out there. You should know not to specifically use the platform in a way that it was not meant to be used. What do I mean by that? I went into a recovery group and specifically looked for people in recovery. If you're a developer who develops for barbershops, then the analogy would be you should not go onto Facebook, look up barbershops in the area, and start reaching out to all of them one by one, because that would be targeting a specific group. If you did that using ads, using Facebook ads or Instagram ads, that might be a different story, because that's the platform that they put there to make that possible. But just specifically trying to reach out to people one-on-one is probably going to get you deactivated, just like I was. And taking this outside of Facebook, you should not be thinking about any social media as the sole way that you're going to accomplish a task, unless what you're trying to accomplish is getting visibility. What social media is for is visibility. And trying to use it outside of the purpose of getting visibility is using the platform in a way that it wasn't intended. That is what you should take away as a person trying to make money outside the 9-to-5. And the question now is, so Lamar, what are you gonna do about this? You've had your traffic crushed, demolished, scorched, sizzled. What you gonna do? Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. First of all, Lamar Woods has his own email list now. I'm going to now use email lists instead of just social media. I'm now going to also use email lists to get my message out, because social media is controlled by the social media company. You could have your accounts deactivated for this or that reason at any time. Hopefully you wouldn't violate terms like I did, but accidents happen. And in these situations, you want your business to be protected. You want your audience to be protected. You can bring in that protection using email lists. And that's exactly why I'm creating the Lamar Woods #unstoppable email list, because I'm unstoppable. And ain't nobody stopping no show. All respect to Facebook, please activate my account. But if you don't, Lamar Woods will survive. And SoHeart will survive. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So, to round this video out, I want to know, do you think I did anything wrong? Do you believe I deserve to be deactivated on Facebook? As I stated, they've got terms saying don't target people. But at the same time, that's exactly what the platform is used for. That is exactly how the platform makes money. And is it really bad that I'm doing this when it comes? Is it really bad that let's assume that me reaching out to people on Facebook was targeting a specific group. Is it really a bad thing that I'm reaching out to people in order to help folks in recovery survive for another day? Is it really a bad thing that I'm reaching out so that I can find support for other people? I'm not even in recovery. I'm trying to help someone else survive for another day. Is it really a terrible thing to have that on the platform? I'd love to know what your opinion is in the comments. Bye. Did I tell you about the SoHeart newsletter yet? Please head on over to SoHeart.app and sign up for the newsletter. If you support my mission to save lives from addiction, please head on over and sign up so that you can stay in the loop with what the company's doing and you can support our mission to save lives. Thank you. Let's go. Roll camera. And how you can avoid this mistake while growing your 9 to 5.